Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. It's really loud now. So, willkommen zum Freitag. Das ist die Willkommen beim Weltklasse dem Epitome der Popkultur. I forgot that damn thing keeps going. Erste ist Reality Frank.
I should be drinking right now.
And somewhere between Georgia and Texas, TapAndDie.
You know, I can't wait for Leif to kill me one day.
Die letzte, aber nicht die, I don't know what least is in German. Our favorite man who runs to the border. Then go to Middle Pro.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, call me on me last. Call on me last. I want to go last. I want to go last because I want to start everything. I want to go last. Hi.
Guys, on something more serious, I want to ask you guys a question. Please tell me, 42. In all seriousness, and there's no right or wrong answers. What is your favorite Stan Lee cameo?
I did this already on the 150.
Didn't we do this? Yeah.
No,
yeah,
again,
we did this last time.
In all seriousness, answer the question.
Captain America, First Avenger. That one.
Amazing,
there you go.
Amazing Spider-Man 1.
I still like Spider-Man 2 when he drops off, when he pushes Aunt May out of the way of something falling or whatever that is, or somebody.
He doesn't push Aunt May out of the way of anything.
Damn, his memory's fading already.
He helps a woman or a girl out.
Anyways.
Oh, wait a minute. I was supposed to say, oh no, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man when he says a guy with 8 legs. It sounds hot.
That was Lucy Lawrence.
I know. I'm glad someone's paying attention. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, Jesus.
LB, tell us the point of all this.
Train wreck right out the bat.
Well, first of all, Leif's favorite Stan Lee cameos when he met him back in high school.
Oh, God. Like, all that just for that joke.
No, in all seriousness, though, all your answers are wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest Stan Lee cameo comes from a movie, a little independent movie known as Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Oh, that's what he was going for?
Yep. And
why did you ask us what our favorite was then? You should say what was the greatest.
Well, the reason being is because I just wanted to ask a stupid question and start the show in a stupid manner, but actually have it lead to something else. So I actually have a point.
Well,
gentlemen,
if we're going to do things stupid, you're the man to call for us, so yeah.
Exactly. Trust me, I will find those ways to get us banned on Twitter, demonetized, and everything you can think of.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Well, I'm working on getting subscribers for Leif's channel, but that has gone horribly, horribly awful. Anyways, so the reason why I bring up Wreck-It Ralph, or Ralph Breaks the Internet, as it's so cleverly named, is because this is my opinions of seeing the movie last week. In itself, movie-wise, animation's great, scenery's good, everything looks cool. There's a lot of potential in the movie about a video game character suddenly going online and destroying the internet. But a very, very disturbing underlying theme that seems to be showing itself regularly in Hollywood and especially movies today is that the lead male character taking a backseat in his own movie, so that the female character, in this case voiced by Sarah Silverman, big shock, get her turn in the limelight. Aside from a Stan Lee cameo, that I will admit was pretty cool, but I'm convinced was not done as a tribute, but rather the man was still alive, and I guess they just wanted to add him there, being that it's a Marvel movie. The movie itself is just blatant feminist porn throughout. I don't even know where to begin with how bad it was, like agenda driven wise. And honestly, have any of you guys seen the first one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Okay, what were your opinions and thoughts of the first one?
It was an okay movie. It didn't become my favorite or anything, but it was enjoyable the first time viewing.
Yeah, pretty much the same. It was just okay. I wouldn't watch it again, but it was okay.
All right. What do you think would be like the underlying themes of the movie? Like, what do you think about the character's development of Ralph? Like, what he was going through throughout that movie?
People
Oh,
don't
man,
make
I'm
any
stupid.
box into a typecast.
Yeah, true. You tapping back?
I honestly don't remember. It's been so long. Like I said, I only saw it like the one time, and I never watched it again, so I can't really answer.
Okay. So this movie, and I went to watch it, and obviously one of the red flags of it was when I saw the trailers and how much of a Disney movie it really became, as opposed to the first one, which was a Disney movie, and a lot of people mistakenly thought was a Pixar movie just because of the quality of the animation. This movie, it just, I stepped out of that movie theater just feeling all types of wrong and just listening to the audience clap and cheer for every dumb little joke that they made. Particularly when there's a scene towards later in the movie where Ralph, let's just put it like this. Every female character was the wise, successful, sassy, strong, independent female that need no man character. I kid you not. Now the main character, Ralph, everything he does is wrong. He is insecure. All his good actions have negative consequences. He needs to learn how to let go and let his friend, who suddenly wants to find other things out there. This is a full crap. They had a scene later on where he goes to the dark web. I kid you not. Like, if you watch this movie, you'll understand why I feel the way I do about it. He goes literally to the dark web, to the deep web, the deep web, by taking an elevator there with a shady spyware type of character. And he gets a hold of a virus called the insecurity virus, keeping in mind with the theme that he is insecure about losing his friend. And literally, the virus goes, like, when the virus grows to become like Donkey Kong levels of size on a vast city that we call the internet, and destroying the internet, hence breaking the internet, if you will. What, you see how clever they are?
Yeah,
No.
clever girls.
Right? Disney, you're really clever. You're really clever. I applaud you for this 10-star movie. I really do. Anyways, bullshitting aside, there was no villain reveal. There was no like plot twist. There was nothing that actually gave this movie any redeeming qualities. I like the first one. I really do. And as far as video game movies goes, it's one of the better video game movies out there. Mind you, I said video game movies. I never said video game adaptations. So let that stand for itself.
Yep.
This one, literally, the whole giant virus that became like a gigantic Ralph destroying the internet was literally destroyed the moment Ralph stopped being insecure about himself. After which, while he was falling to his death, all the Disney princesses gathered together using their magical powers to save him, where he wound up wearing a dress, falling on one of their beds, and getting kissed by the Frog Prince.
What?
Seriously.
Dude, this movie was such a fucking train wreck. And again, like I said, the sad thing is that somewhere in there, a good movie could have been made, like a fantastic movie could have been made. And they went for cheap jokes, cheap thrills, and just the agenda pushing was just there, man. And literally, I kid you not, all the male characters for the most part were shady, dumb, or completely irrelevant, and all the female characters were these hip, young, successful, independent female characters. Even the Disney princesses, like our lives are so bothersome and tired, but but look at us, we get to take time off and enjoy each other's company and blah blah blah. Mind you, there were a few good jokes tossed about some of the princesses. For example, how no one can understand the girl from Brave, and not for nothing, that was probably one of the highlights of the movie. I was about to fall asleep during the middle act, to be honest with you, but I just wanted to get it out there, ladies and gentlemen. Whereas Incredibles 2 at least had redeeming qualities, and I understand a lot of people didn't like that movie also. This movie is utter just garbage. Don't watch it. Or watch it and see for yourself. I don't care.
Wow,
Beautiful.
Okay.
What? Nobody.
Well, at least they didn't skim it.
No, but he gave it a very Eddie Cantillo 10-star rating.
Well, I like this movie. I was able to watch this movie midway because I got there extremely late of spiders, so I had to go to the theater to get to the other side of the theater to watch the movie. So I skimmed the beginning just to catch up, And then I left the movie feeling proud. I didn't like the feminist agenda, but the movie looks good. 15 out of 5 stars.
Wow.
That's an Eddie Cantillo review.
Listen, Eddie, we don't hate you. We really don't.
We just don't like you.
Ouch.
You said hey, we didn't hate. Yeah.
All right,
no hate because you discriminate. You're down to
I
get
kind of
irate.
hated him a little bit.
Huh?
What?
Jace?
I think Leif said the word. I think Leif said he wants us to discriminate. Okay. Against who?
Oh,
He
we
would
got
know.
that
He
covered.
invented it.
I said you're bound to get irate.
Oh.
Oh,
Jeez.
Anyway, so are you done with
This
Wreck-It
is an
Ralph?
Yeah, this is an airplane. We don't speak jive, okay?
Oh, Mrs.
Damn, you're old
Taylor.
too, aren't you, Frank?
Yes, he
A
is.
little bit, yeah.
It's like
Frank will get to see the Roaring 20s.
During
that whole time, people screaming at him.
It's funny you mentioned that because I had this dumb idea a couple of days ago about how I could revolutionize the clothing industry.
Oh
And
my
it would
god!
all start with the newest craze, heavy pants. Now,
Explain.
bear with me. Bear with me.
We're listening.
Please continue.
The pants are so heavy that mere belts are not enough to keep them up. So they would bring back suspenders. From suspenders, we would go into spats for our shoes, and pinstripes everywhere, and bowler hats. Next thing you know, everyone is dressing snazzy like the 20s. Revolutionizing the clothing industry, all with the fad of heavy pants.
All right, I just have a question. How
Yes.
well, actually, it might lead to a second question. But how heavy are these pants?
They are
As
so
heavy as they need to be.
Okay, because if you're gonna wear heavy pants and hold them up with suspenders, wouldn't that put unnecessary pressure on your shoulders?
Well, you know,
Yes.
pain is temporary, fashion is forever.
I don't think so. I think you got it wrong way round.
Leif, how many people died when he first invented shoes? Let us know.
All of them. It is always my answer every time you give me shoe joke. They all died. Everybody dies in the end.
Yeah, I'm telling you, with the way the country is right now, something as dumb as heavy pants would totally catch on. And
I can
everything
see
would
that.
proceed from there.
I've been waiting for the droopy drawers fad to be done, yet that just continues.
Well, remember friggin' back in the 90s and they had the hard jeans?
Hard jeans.
Remember that? Levi had hard jeans?
I'm not sure if I remember.
Well, they have metal in them or something?
No, they were just like really, really stiff. I mean, they weren't anywhere near as stiff as the advertisements tried to make it out to be, but this was a thing. Look it up. Levi's hard jeans.
Were they heavy starch on them?
No, it was just really thick, heavy material.
No.
Oh my god.
My mother used to buy us jeans back in the 70s that were like really kind of thick, and they would
Yeah, they were bell
make my
bottoms.
knees scratch and stuff, until you wore them about a year, because they weren't, they were cheaper basically.
Yeah,
The burlap version of denim or something.
yeah, corduroy.
I remember. Oh man, I remember the chicks in those hot, tight corduroy pants.
Oh yeah, swishing as they walk.
Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah,
Germany, all the pants were tight on the women.
yeah, it was a
And
good
they
time.
weren't 45 pounds overweight, so it wasn't like, oh, I don't want to see that. Because I was in high school, so they hadn't. Well, I don't know. Some of the high school chicks now are.
You used to
They're
paddle
very-
people in high school?
Oh, what?
Did you used to paddle the people in high school? For the freshmen to come in?
We may have to cut the speech short if he starts telling stories about that.
Yeah,
Baby.
Grandpa Lape is going off on another tangent.
Oh yeah, like that never happens.
Oh my god! Listen, people out there, he's not admitting to anything. Okay, please do not come after all of us for his actions.
Well, I went to Starbucks today, and I ordered it was the right thing, but I wanted it iced. And and the young lady asked me my name, and I spelled it for her, and she said, "Oh, that's different. I've never seen it spelled that way." I said, "Well, that's me."
Well, how else could you spell it?
Well, usually an IA or YA.
No, that's no. I don't believe in that.
You know, I know a guy that spelled with an IO, but yeah,
Well, he's
whatever.
a freak.
Huh?
Well, then he's a freak.
He's a freak. He was
There's
the
only
funniest tuba player I've ever known. This guy was like, he was he was a student at UT, University of Tennessee. And he would do Smith machine squats with a weight belt. And he would only do like 180 pounds, but with the Smith machine, you've got a 45-pound or 25-pound counterweight.
There he goes.
And
Yep.
he had the belt as tight as it would go, and I think it barely was very tight. But he was like 5'8", and I don't even know if he was 100 pounds. Oh, shut up. We're not going to get copyright, right? We all live in a yellow submarine. Let's sing it Southern, yellow submarine. Okay. LMP.
Do we want to get back on topic?
Yes.
I was trying, but Frank was going sideways.
I'm not quite drunk enough to carry that out.
Oh, hell, here we go.
Carry anything I want to
There
do.
you go. Listen, if you want to get on this fan cast, just ask, okay? We're not scamming you or anything. Stop being all like.
I think she's out loud on purpose so we can say something just to get a rise out of LMP. Anyway.
All right, you go have your tangent. I'm gonna go make a drink because obviously I'm gonna need one. So I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
My tangent? No.
Between me and Kellogg's.
She's not here. She's working until like 1 a.m. or something.
Okay, well, whoever it was.
Yeah, whoever was talking.
I could have sworn it was her for a second. It just sounded like something that she would do.
Oh, that was pre-wife.
That was pre-wife.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, pre-wife.
No, she's already in the other room.
Damn.
Okay, I'm getting a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I hope I'm not having one of them rent-free moments in my head now.
Free moments.
Well,
You know, I bet she's thinking about you right now, LMP.
No, she's not. She wouldn't
Yes,
know.
she is. She's like, man, I wonder if I was there right now, I'd say something. LP would tell me to shut up.
I always feel one of these days, all these Kellogg's jokes, Leip is going to kill us.
Oh,
He will.
that? We already had that discussion.
Well,
We got to talk about something while Frank is gone.
Yeah, well,
Unless you want to continue with the talk about the next subject.
I don't know what I don't. Yeah, you guys are going to have to explain the next subject to me because I keep hearing this, and I did look it up, but I want to see.
Okay. Do you want to explain Thotgate to him, LMP?
Well, I'll explain basically the most quickest summary of possible. So basically, like anything on the internet, Thotgate essentially started, from what I understand, as a joke that we the women on Instagram we call they aptly named thought models for obvious reasons who like to get donations and money for basically just wearing.
Did you say donations?
Yeah, donations. Okay. Anyway,
Money.
Donations.
So
you cannot speak the rice and beans. TapAndDie will be very hungry.
Oh God! Don't make me do an entire episode in Spanish.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That would. You guys can constantly tell me to shut up and that you're gonna support me and stuff.
Yo, Pedro, will you please be quiet?
Anyway, back LMP.
Right.
Continue.
So basically, it started as a joke. I'm trying to remember which forum it was. If it was Reddit, 4chan, or whatever.
I think it was 4chan.
It has to be. God bless those bastards.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Amen.
So basically, the joke was, hey, what if we report these thoughts to the IRS? Because essentially, they're making money and they're calling it a legitimate job, a legitimate occupation. This doesn't go just the thoughts on Instagram, but also like prostitution and whatnot that a lot of women like to consider. Well, feminists, excuse me, like to consider. So they said, hey, let's treat it as a joke, and somebody actually did it. So, and from what I'm understanding, it's like an incel rebellion. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that term.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Involuntary celibate.
Oh, wow. Wait, Leip knows what that is?
He probably invented it, duh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I got married.
Ladies and
For
gentlemen,
27 years.
Leip has essentially admitted to being the oldest incel alive.
I don't know about
You
that.
heard it here, folks.
All I did was admit.
And nobody heard it but us.
Please, David, please be on chat right now, and please tell me you're listening. Oh, God, he is not on chat. Dark Tico, please
Somebody.
Dark Tico, are you out there?
Damn, does anybody have a timestamp on that?
Wait, let's see. It's 7:50.
Hey, that reminds me. We can do this bit as well. So speaking of timestamps, we used to have a guy on this show and he used to listen to WCBS who
heard it.
Knew the timestamp of every significant element. And Oggs for President was his name. And apparently, word on the street is that he got in trouble at school, and now he's just stuck in his parents' basement forever. Oh, man.
That sounds disturbing on so many levels. We're going to just avoid that subject altogether.
Wait.
Poor guy.
I didn't hear
never
about
met
any
him.
of this. What happened?
We were talking about Thotgate.
Yeah.
Also, Leip admitted he's the world's oldest incel.
Yep.
Well, we knew that.
But he admitted it, though.
Yeah, man.
More than 20 years is in the same boat.
Dark Tico heard it.
He did.
Yep. Dark Tico, please spread the word. Leip is the world's oldest incel, and he admitted it. I am pretty sure there's a lot of videos that could be made about that, but we probably will never see them because we were like the only 3 people that heard it. Anyways,
listen to this thing tomorrow. Shit.
Well, we've been on air for. No, this doesn't tell me. Well, Dave.
Just use some math. It's 7:52.
I don't know.
About 28 minutes, roughly.
So it's probably somewhere around the 49-minute mark. I'll put it in the comments after YouTube grinds on it for a while.
YouTube will probably censor that part just to fuck with us. Like, oh, you guys finally made a good joke worthy of trending? Nope.
I don't know if we're. So did you have a?
It'll never happen.
Or are you done?
It'll never happen. No, because you admitted you were the world's oldest incel, so we had to like derail the conversation like crazy. Okay, so anyway,
that's all I do.
Oh my god. Anyways, so the long story short, supposedly it's considered like revenge of the incels getting back at thoughts and blah blah blah. So now you have models on Instagram, if we can call them that, and other women who are very quote unquote sex positive occupants or whatever.
So you're talking about the ones with big boobs that always have pictures of them, pounding over puppies and martinis and crap like that.
Pretty much
like that.
Yeah, okay. Models in air quotes.
Yeah. I know. Thank God nobody saw the air. I'm actually doing my fingers. I know this wasn't invented by you. This was actually invented by Dr. Evil. So
he's Dutch.
So basically, all these women and their white knights are coming out saying that this is an attack on women and every other story you've ever heard. So essentially, this is should have been a brief summary of Thotgate, but of course we had to hear more about Leip's personal life. So I hope if there's anything I missed, guys, feel free to fill in the gaps.
I'll put something I thought it was funny was how some people were putting up how I guess if you report someone to the IRS, you get like 30% of what's owed as a reward. So and I was hearing that some people were starting to report people. That's what I was hearing from some videos. That's what was going on. A lot of thoughts were getting reported just so people could get reward money.
That sounds like a sting to me.
Right.
All the like Wikipedia, does this have something to do with the alt-right? Or is this just...
Well, the alt-right...
No, not really.
Always, so...
I'm sure they're involved somehow, but not really. It's not really an alt-right thing.
Oh, well...
I'm sure they'll make it an alt-right thing.
Apparently
they already have.
Yeah.
They have?
Yeah, I haven't really been following it too close. The few people that have talked about it here and there, I know there was a video by this one channel called That Umbrella Guy. He talked about it, and I saw something there saying how some people, some thoughts were, and their white knights were basically saying how it's an alt-right thing. I think it might have been him. I know Memeology was covering it a little bit too. And that's where I first heard of it. And I believe I think it was from there I sent you guys the video about it.
Yeah. Well, that seems to be the way, if you make it an alt-right thing, then you can make it go away.
Yeah.
Must be bad. They keep forgetting there's like 15 of them in the entire planet that,
What the hell is alt-right anyways? I mean, I'm sorry we derailed in this conversation, but we always bring it up. We never have been able to define it.
It's whose definition you want.
Okay, never mind.
The media's definition is anybody to the right of Mao.
That fucking prostitute.
Oh, right. Comic hooker.
In the chat, that was funny.
Well, actually, Chairman Mao was a nickname given to I think it was like the then CEO of
Coca-Cola.
No, of Twitter. This was back during Gamergate, I remember, and they called her. Yes, it wasn't she. Chairman Mao. You can obviously guess what her ethnicity was and what her political leanings were. So Chairman Mao was the nickname. I'm pretty sure I made jokes about her being a hooker. That got me shadow banned in the past.
Oh, so you were serious about that?
Huh?
You were serious about being shadow banned?
Well, here's the thing. You ever, like, when you post a comment on social media, you ever wonder if people actually read it, and you no matter how ridiculous it is, and sometimes you're wondering, that there's got to be people out there that actually read it and want to respond, but then there's times when nobody responds. It's like, all right, is it that they're just trying not to feed the troll, or is it that they can't see what I'm saying? And I have reason to believe, and given all the stuff that you hear about shadow banning and Twitter and stuff like that, you don't really know it until like you log into another account. Unfortunately, I've never had the brain power to ever create a second account to verify that. So there you go.
Or it could be you're just not that funny.
I gotta figure out how to get this posted on the Facebook page for Dion. This guy is in a horse. Well, it's a unicorn mask, full head. But it's a unicorn with purple hair, and he's shooting a 9mm pistol, and then he reloads and keeps shooting.
Wow. That sounds like Dion's worst nightmare.
Well, Steph Netzer is the one who retweeted it. It's a Joe Biggs tweet on Twitter, and she's a fan of WCBS. We've had her on the show. That's Stephanie. What is her last name?
I'm not even gonna bother pronounce it right now.
Oh yeah, Netzer is the short version of her. She's the one married to the Marine, he's retired Marine colonel.
Yeah, that I remember.
Yeah.
Sorry, Stephanie. We no disrespect. I just don't remember your name.
Yeah, despite the BBCs and Hall of Fame, we actually have had a woman on a guest on our show. And her channel is going like crazy, so she's too busy to come back.
Everybody that's on the show does better than we do.
I know, man. Look at Kendo. Well, he's got a job now.
He's got a job. Where does he work?
Like Home Depot or something.
It's Home Depot. Hey, Lowe's.
Home Depot.
That's me.
Well, I can't criticize him working in a freaking supermarket. So.
Yeah. Hey,
oh man,
pays the bills. I mean,
barely.
I know. Look at you. You finally got a job.
I know. At least for this week.
Oh shit. Oh, wait, I do have a question though. Has Kellogg been paying her taxes? I'm just concerned, I worry.
Or thought taxes, is that what you're asking?
Sure. Yeah, your words. You said it, I didn't.
I'll ask her.
You gotta pay that mortgage somehow.
Right. I'll send her a note. I'm very concerned. Are you paying your thought taxes?
Yo, if we get something on the news how some daughter ended up like killing or maiming her dad, we know what happened.
Well, if you text her that, be sure to like was it? Take a screenshot and then post it on the page, on the fan page, so we can all see.
Yeah, with the caption being world's biggest incel, and all I got to show was loudly beating.
Well, at least I got something for it.
I tell you, late. There isn't a moment where you don't give a material to work with.
Well, he's just so chill.
We love Lake. We do.
I know, right?
If anything, we wouldn't joke on him this much if we didn't love him.
Well, put it this way.
Of course he's so chill. Old people always have the best drugs.
My neighborhood.
This is the roast of Lake. Actually, we should just do an episode one day where we just roast him like the entire episode and make it like it's like the Fan Caste presents the roast of Brian Lake.
Do that every week anyway.
All right. Well,
right. I mean, what we should do is just like go through all the episodes where we roast them and just cut it out and put it all together.
Yep. Greatest hits.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest hits, oldest incel. Damn. I am not gonna stop using that term from now on.
You better put his nickname as that on the messenger, because you can put nicknames.
Really? Well,
yeah, I saw that.
Oh, but okay. See, now that I know the little trick, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Oh God, it has already been spread. Thotgate wouldn't have happened if those damn women had paid their damn taxes. I agree, Nico.
Yep.
Wait. Yep. Anyway.
So,
sorry.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Was that really
sucks?
It always comes bach to fucking Star Wars.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars all of the time. We watch Star Wars. We love Star Wars. It's Star Wars all of the time. Disney is making it really, really hard to care about the movies. But we'll go ahead. Will somebody interrupt me? Come on, let's go.
I'm waiting for Frank to do it. He wanted to start.
We're waiting for we're waiting for the copyright strike. This is good.
Oh.
Right?
That's like the fourth musical interlude of the night. See, you know.
Okay, yeah. So
if you put this on background,
anyway,
you get a shout.
Brian, stop. Let Frank talk.
Okay, so Disney has found yet another way to whore out the franchise. This time they are putting out animated shorts that are dubbed over the original audio, and the shorts are just fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this animation is one step away from that fucking She-Ra reboot.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's that bad.
And it's so Jeff's fault.
Yeah. But it just... Why? I mean, I posted this comment on somebody's post in the Facebook earlier today, and I know I'm guilty of doing this often, recycling my Facebook posts as a point to make on air, but I'm going to do it anyway because fuck you all. Like, Disney keeps trying to reinvent the wheel, and there's no reason for it because whole generations of people have fallen in love with these movies on the movie's merits alone without any outside gimmicks.
Yes, but they didn't make those outside gimmicks, so they don't profit off of them.
Yeah, exactly. But Disney, they just can't leave it alone. They got to put their stink all over it every time, every possible aspect they can get their greedy little claws into and just fuck it all up. I mean, it's just... How many times can I say something makes me angry before the words lose all meaning?
Ask how many ask how many times Lucas said white slavers. I think that answers your question.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, I just become weary of all of it.
He did too.
Like, you hear about this shit every day in some form or other. And there's no escaping from it. It's worse than politics because it's never going to get better. It's dead. It's literally you're watching someone you love lying dead in the street and rotting and bloating in the sun, and somebody keeps coming and poking it with a stick and pissing on it and laughing and insulting you for asking them to stop.
You're speaking from experience, aren't you?
Yes.
Damn.
So you were pissed on.
Well, I haven't been that dead yet.
Well, he did come back to life one day and came back to this reality, so we'll give him credit. That takes a lot of strength to do.
It took a lot out of me.
It takes real strength, unlike the type of strength that you find from some witty-ass female character that drives a really fast car in a movie about video game characters, and instead of revolves around one character who has no character. Well, actually, she did have character development, but terrible character development.
Yes, thank you, Grim Falcon. It is like trying to change a mythology. Doesn't work because everyone knows the story. This is something I said years ago. It's like these people, they always retreat behind the excuse or the argument that they can change characters and whatever else they want because it doesn't matter. I'm like, it does matter. It really does. You can't like go back and say, well, we're going to make Santa Claus black because it doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it does kind of matter. Or it's like, we're going to make Superman Indian. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it kind of does. It spits on the entire history, and it's an insult to the history and the integrity of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, you know, let's make Captain America gay. You know, let's make Iron Man a woman. Iron Woman man.
Okay, you're giving them way too many ideas. You better stop.
They're already doing this.
Listen, Captain America is not gay. Sure, he may stare into Bucky's eyes a little too long, and sometimes I have some weird feelings about Falcon. But that is
He's not gay, but they really fucking want him.
No, but his
be.
boyfriend is.
Yeah.
Look,
No,
I
not
saw.
gay if I suck his dick sometimes, all right?
Like, it's only gay if you reach the balls.
Oh!
And we've been canceled.
Yeah, just stop. Leave everything alone. The entire entertainment industry needs a hard reset. Just stop everything. Fire everybody in charge and just start over fresh with new people who don't have their heads permanently wedged up their asses. And it's never going to happen. And this is why I never go to the movies. I have no excitement or interest in anything new coming out because it's all just shit. A constant, never-ending river of shit, like in Ghostbusters 2. You fall into it, and everything just gets worse.
Damn it! Are we gonna have that debate about whether we love or hate Ghostbusters 2?
No, we love Ghostbusters 2 because it's the real Ghostbusters, and that's the end of the debate.
Fair enough. I'm glad we can agree to agree.
Yes. Nobody was being shit on in that movie. Except Peter McNichol, and he had it coming. And he was better for it in the end. So, you know, good movie.
And he was a white guy, so that's why he could do it.
Well, remember, guys.
Dragon Slayer.
Remember, the true hero of Ghostbusters 2 is Lewis. He saved everything. He saved everybody. Did you see?
Yeah. Yep.
He saved them.
Yep. In his earmuffs, his little fluffy earmuffs.
Who was the black guy?
Winston.
We're talking about Ernie Hudson.
Yeah. Wait, who was Lewis again?
Rick Moranis.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that in so long. That's why it's been a while since I've seen Ghostbusters 2. That's why.
Jesus, tap dancing titty fucking Christ! What is
Christ,
wrong
I'm
with you?
sorry. I'm sorry. Just do it now. Bend me over and spank the hell out of me. It'll make you feel better.
America's job.
All right, I got to figure out what the dogs want. Keep talking amongst yourselves. Keep it going.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, no. To Frank's point, you're right about what you're saying about like development of characters, because this is a conversation I've had with Late before when we've talked about, for example, you know, I know Kendall was like, "Oh, you guys and your Bible stories," but I'm like, listen, if we go as far back as ancient texts, even going as far back, like, you know, consider the Bible. If they had made changes to certain characters, remember, those are characters that would inspire characters for future generations. Look at someone. Where do you think they get the idea of like the strong man? You know, this powerful hero, like no mortal man could beat him in a fight, but he has like that one weakness, right?
Yeah,
You know, he has his origins in like Greek mythology, has his origins in the Bible, has like, you know, all these heroes have their origins somewhere. Imagine if all of a sudden someone were to do some kind of revisionist history. Let's just say, let's not get too biblical, but let's go to something maybe like Hercules, right? What if they were to say, oh, Hercules, damn it, I haven't read all Greek mythology, so that I might actually say something that is legitimate and not know it. But what if they say, oh, that Hercules was gay, and they make it a thing now?
Wasn't he gay?
Well, no, he was.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Well, no, he was just Greek.
Well,
yeah, there you go.
Well, the Greeks did some weird things, so the whole gay thing, I'm just saying. I'll leave it at that. But
he's always just saying.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying. Anyway, let me say my piece on Star Wars. So, funny thing was, hang on, I gotta mute myself. Go back to you talking.
Okay.
All right. Well, the point is, you start messing with characters. Like, let's say you make a character like that. Okay, well, it shouldn't matter that if we decide to make this version of Hercules gay. Well, no, it does matter, because in one of the stories, like one of the things that leads to him and the trials that he has to face, you know, to redeem himself, is because he killed his wife and kids. Obviously, because he was straight and plowed his wife to have them kids, and then later on kill them. Why he did them, I don't know. He went berserk or something.
He was playing too much.
But it goes to, yeah. Again, it just shows his character flaws. Again, this is the hero's journey. The hero isn't always perfect. The hero fucks up. Sometimes the hero isn't necessarily a good person. They will make mistakes, or they will fall under powers that are beyond their control.
Mm-hmm.
It is up to them to redeem themselves in the eyes of the viewer or the reader. And this is the reason why modern day heroes, either whether it be movies, comic books, any type of media, they have some structure, they have some foundation of what makes them that character. For you to just come out of nowhere and say, hey, we're just going to change this character just because, you know, and just to please a couple Tumblr chicks and some white knights. Yeah, your focus group. Mind you, the focus group that doesn't even come to watch your damn movies or read your damn comic books. And okay, I don't care how many times you can tell me, oh, Kamala Khan's such a great character. Yeah, I only see maybe like what, one fucking person reading on the subway here in New York City, and this is diversity town at best. Yeah, I've seen, you know what I've seen a lot of? I've seen a lot of Batman. I've seen plenty of Superman. And mostly manga after that, because let's face it, this is pretty much Weed Town. So, you know.
Fuck yeah, manga.
Yeah, and then you understand, first of all, why those things are more popular. I think I've bitched about this series before. Not in a bad way, in a good way, of course. A series that actually an anime / manga that does justice to superheroes and does a nice tribute to them is that My Hero Academia series, which, yes, it's anime, it has a lot of fan service and whatnot and all the stereotypes you can think of, but it does pay homages to comic book characters, such as the main character story having a lot of parallels with Peter Parker and Spider-Man, the number one hero paying homage to like Superman, even having different costumes, which they refer to as the Golden Age, Silver Age era, and everything. And you seem to understand. You have people here that grew up watching these things and saying, hey, I'm going to pay homage to it, but I'm also going to create my own damn story and create my own damn universe and make something people will enjoy, instead of taking what's already there, changing a few things, and claiming it as my own. Starting to sound familiar? Well, that's basically what's happened with comic books. That's basically what's happening with all media nowadays. I really do think, like, the biggest problem right now is lack of creativity. No one can have a creative thought in their mind because no one is capable of producing it. So what they'll do is, okay, well, here's Iron Man. I don't like the idea of a white guy being Iron Man. So we're just going to change him from a white guy to a 15-year-old black girl who just happens to be super smart, just as smart as Tony, but has gone through oppression because no one can take her serious. And all of a sudden, it makes you an interesting character. Well, I say,
how does she afford to make all these fucking suits?
She steals it. No, seriously, because I've been following, I think, DNC, Diversity in Comics videos, or I forgot who else I was watching, but they would do the reviews, and basically, if I remember correctly, that Ironheart, whatever chick, she steals. She doesn't really build them. She just steals what she finds from like Stark Labs or some shit like that, if I remember correctly.
Right.
So yeah, so there's the stereotype of black people stealing.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, nice going.
Let's also not kid ourselves. The name Riri Williams is kind of pretty telling, also.
Oh yeah, let's go back to that.
First of all, I'm surprised Leip isn't here for this conversation because there was something we were going to talk about Freakonomics and pronunciation of words, and then I said something that I hinted at, but I didn't
yeah.
The name is Shahid.
Yeah,
Shahid.
you know? Shahid, right? That's what I was saying. Okay, see, I forgot about like the specifics in that book, but I do remember one thing that was said in that book, and that is how, and I could finally say it here a little more uncensored. And basically, the example is they had a question saying, why is it that black people have such black names? Quote, I'm using quotations because I'm going to get accused of racism like I always do. Chat, please answer that question.
You're such a wasp.
Anyways, the chat says no. So
he's a master in gonorrhea and chandelier.
We have Grim Falcon in the chat as well. Hercules dies because his wife didn't think he was faithful and poisoned him. He may be a demagogue, but he at least isn't a Gary Stew.
Thank you, Cockney.
Never do that again.
Can you give me a fiver?
Oh,
he took the words right out of my mouth.
I'm about to jump out this window.
Oh my God. We're all gonna die.
Say pot to no taxes.
Okay, so the whole thing was about like why do they name it, and I think, and basically one of the arguments they made is that they just kind of want to give themselves that identity. And with Riri Williams, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get that same kind of vibe with it now. Like it's starting to make sense why they gave her that character name, Riri. Not because I don't think they were not because they, didn't realize what that stood for, but also because it just sounded like her identity, Like, she comes from an I don't know, she comes from some background. Like, I don't care. I don't care about this character. I don't want it. I don't even know why I'm gonna try to like get into the subject matter I'm going to.
We never know why you get these subjects.
I know, because weren't we talking about Star Wars? And now we're talking about this comic books.
Well, I went off on a little rant about the integrities of characters as a whole.
You guys started talking about the Star Wars Galactathon or whatever the heck it's called.
There's not really much else to say. I mean, like I said, they're just whoring it
lazy.
out in another way. It's lazy. It's the animation is
it's again
shitty and
dipping into the nostalgia well.
Yeah,
and the good thoughts, and the feels of the original movie.
Good thoughts.
And trying to make another dollar on something that they didn't earn.
Well, and you know what? I think I was gonna say too is looking at the animation, like when you first see it, whenever the Millennium Falcon is flying over that Star Destroyer. When I first saw it, the first thing I thought of was that TIE Fighter animated short that one guy made. And I wondered if they saw that and probably thought, oh, people like that TIE Fighter animated video. Let's try to copy that too while we're at it to get people's attention.
It's like the point that Jeff made. It's like Disney could, now that they own Fox, they can just put out the original trilogy on the high def whatever. Just let those.
Keep talking. I gotta walk the dogs.
Yeah, just let those movies stand for themselves instead of keep trying to
let them out or something.
The wheel. Nobody cares about your fucking dogs.
I know, Dozer. I think that's probably. Anyway, go back to your point, Frank. About the DVDs or Blu-rays.
Yes. Like Disney can just put those movies out, original theatrical cuts, and the special editions if anybody wants those. Ultra 4K, kiss my ass, whatever, and let those movies stand for themselves, because that's all anybody ever needed before to fall in love with the series. We didn't need the Force for Diversity. We didn't need fucking blade builders. We didn't need 1,000,000,001 Rose Tico figures that nobody wanted to buy. We don't need cartoon shorts. We don't need fucking Rey. We don't need fucking Kylo Ren. Just, if you're going to own Star Wars, just own Star Wars and let that money come in on its own and stop trying to force it down our throats.
Yep.
Make the original character like Dexter.
What?
What did he say?
Bring back that guy from the diner.
Oh God, what's his name? Dex from episode
Dexter,
2.
Yep. You're gonna earn his Borg-9.
He's gonna get his own video movie.
Hey, that guy probably has one of the most interesting moments in the whole series. Where is he? Where did he come from? How the hell does he know Obi-Wan? And yet he
apparently doesn't own a belt. He's got to pick up his pants.
Expositional character. That's all. We never see him again. But Disney, they'll give him his own fucking TV series.
Hey, it's not above Disney.
It'd be like Cheers.
You know what? Oh my God! Don't give him ideas.
This guy is gonna, like, I have a feeling he's jinxed it. It's gonna happen. Yeah. It's all gonna happen now.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, dude.
Hey, though, but if you think about it, if it was a little more like adult oriented, like for with like adult humor and stuff like that, it could work.
I
wonder if Kelsey Grammer will make a cameo in there.
Geez, no, they'll fucking bring it. What was this? George Wendt, the guy who played Norm. They'll bring him back.
Shit.
Can we please go on to the next topic? Star Wars.
All right, we're done with Star Wars. Let's jump on Netflix.
Thank you.
Wait, hang on.
Netflix, please.
Let me start off with the Netflix part. Sorry. I know some of you haven't seen this show because this should be some good news. Netflix finally attempted to do something good. It is a good thing, sort of, but if you've actually seen the show. So, question, I know LMP has it because, he's a fake weeb. Frank, have you seen Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Never got into it. I don't have Netflix, so no.
Okay, that's fine.
Never heard
But
of it.
anyway, but it's, as far as everyone's concerned, it's a very beloved anime. A lot of people like it. A lot of people despise it, and I can understand. I love it. I mean, and it's good. I'm glad to say, okay, cool. I actually would like to see this show on, and they're going to get all the movies. And so I do actually want to see the movie that came at the end of Evangelion. I said, okay, finally Netflix is doing something decent. But then immediately they went ahead and shot themselves in the dick because they then announced a live-action Cowboy Bebop series. And I know there's been talk of it, but
where's the window?
Yeah. What?
I'm jumping out the window.
Oh, hell, there he goes.
A live-action Bebop series. What's that?
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for years. They wanted Keanu Reeves for it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't
wait, Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this might be interesting. So
they're not going to get Keanu Reeves, though.
No, they just wanted him for it, but
it's just a lot of people said that he would be good for the part. I think he does too, but at the same time, no one's ever been able to pull off a live action anime series. So
yeah, they've been throwing that idea around for like the past 8 years or more. Like, let's go to Cowboy Bebop series, live action. We'll get Keanu Reeves. He'll be perfect. Like,
yeah. I mean, all they had to do was get the rights to it, and they could just put Cowboy Bebop on Netflix. People would watch it. I mean, people are watching it on Hulu right now because that's where it's at right now.
I'd rather watch a live action Dragon. curious, to be honest, but that's just me.
Yeah, that is just you.
I mean, that is true.
But anyway, but then they went ahead and shot themselves in the dick again because they went ahead and canceled actually a very good series, Daredevil, that was canceled. What the fuck, Netflix? Seriously, what are you doing?
I think Disney had something to do with that.
Probably.
I think Disney told them, you don't get the license anymore and you're done.
What do you think for LMP? Of the whole Netflix as a whole, everything I talked about.
Well, Netflix has been pissing me off a lot lately, and thank God, Netflix used to be the service to have before, right? Like anything you would want to watch, whether it was on the DVDs in the beginning or later on when they had the streaming services, you had access to so much. I remember when they had King of the Hill, a few other shows, including Futurama and stuff. Oh no, they still have it, but King of the Hill was the big one. And when they took it off, it pissed me off. And right around the time they took it off, this is when they started having all these live action things, right? And speaking of live action, they did do. I don't know if they got the rights for it or what, but they had a live action Full Metal Alchemist. God, that thing was terrible.
I didn't even bother watching it.
Oh my God, it's terrible, but it has a Japanese woman with big tits in it. So let make of that what you will.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
Anyways, so the live action Cowboy Bebop, while worthy of me trying to see where I could spot a landing outside this window, I mean, they shot themselves in the foot with that one because they know they're going to be held to such a high level of scrutiny and ridicule. I mean, has anybody seen the live action Death Note they did?
I think I watched like the first 2 minutes and stopped because I knew it's just going to be shitty.
It is horrible. It is ridiculous. It is beyond horrible. And that lazy bastard known as ER has yet to do the third part of the video series on it. He's done 2 so far, and they're very funny. Watch it. But
did you say ER?
ER.
Okay.
Yeah, he does a lot of those reviews. But he did that one. He left off somewhere where they introduced L, who is, and again, this goes back to Frank's point about not changing characters. Like, yes, it does matter the character's origin, his race, background, and everything, because the main character of Light is played by a white guy, where he is actually Japanese in the actual original source material, specifically stated Japanese, and they made the character of L a black guy when they made mention that he might be somewhat European/Asian. So again, important things to keep in mind. This is just race swapping for the hell of race swapping.
European/Asian, that's like 12,000 miles apart. Make up your mind.
Well, it could be possible his dad and his mom were from 2 different sides of the world, Lape.
I know.
You ever thought about that?
Yeah, you bigot.
You who have been traveling with your Wonder Woman pal since God knows when the biblical time started.
Oh yes, back to Gadot.
Oh my God.
Gal Gadot. You always bring up Gal Gadot every damn week.
Well, see, I was even gonna bring her up, but you had to go and talk about how the hell are you gonna have a guy that's European and Asian? Well, there are ways, Lape. Man could have been genetically made like that. You never know.
Maybe he's space Asian or Spasian.
Ooh, that would be interesting. Question: can they conquer space?
Mm-hmm.
Can they? No, they can't. You know why?
Why?
Because no one else has been to the moon except the United States. We're the only ones who've conquered space. So as far as there were no space belongs to us. We have a flag.
Not according to the latest movie, we don't.
Okay, I have a question. This is definitely going to get us kicked out. If China were to somehow magically take over a moon or something like that in space, would the Mongols still be able to invade them?
Probably.
Oh man, there ain't no wall high enough, and there is no earth far enough for the Mongols to still invade. Sadly, they all died out in the winter. That Late can tell you all the details later about that, ladies and gentlemen. He was there.
Ladies and gentle farts.
So they cast Daredevil, and I'm actually inclined to believe Lape on this one. This sounds more like a Disney move. Like they're trying to pull out of Netflix.
Oops.
Lake wouldn't know about that,
Well,
Actually, you know what? The wording is correct. They're pulling out of Netflix.
right?
Yep.
Oh man.
they told Netflix, "You're done. Get out."
Here's some change for the road.
Oh my god. Freaking.
Oh God.
You have people in your
sex.
sex jokes.
God, I
Why?
think we gotta be the one whatever we are, or we have podcasts, whatever the hell we want to be, that just says dumb shit and we have fun with it, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow,
Frank, you got anything to add? Is he still there? Frank.
Did he go get something to drink?
Yes.
Oh. So you have something to add about the whole Netflix?
Nope.
All of it?
I
As
just
usual.
think Netflix is shooting themselves in the foot, getting rid of their most popular show.
Stabbing themselves in the dick. You mean? No, foot. They're
Yeah,
fucking
pretty
stabbing
much.
their dick. It's like they're like into pain and all that shit. What is that? What's the word for that for people who like pain?
Masochist.
There we go.
Yeah.
You would know.
Well, in May, I mean that's just called being Mexican, but yeah.
Yeah. How many of your people try to invade the United States so far?
Hey,
Some of them are turning back.
Yeah, that tear gas works pretty good.
Oh,
Hey, they
don't get
should.
me started on that fake news.
I worked a very, very long time to finally have a good thing going here, and I finally paid off my borrow. I will not have them come here and ruin that for me, damn it. Do you have any idea how hard it is to pay a burro when you only get paid in shiny coins a day?
Oh boy, here we go with the burro.
Mm-hmm. Someday that burro's gonna have to make an appearance.
Well, he's
Linus and burro, they go together.
Well, he's gonna he and then he's gonna walk. No, I don't know what else he does.
Okay.
Somebody's eating their microphone.
Who?
Not me.
Tell him P.
Not me. I said.
That's what I hear.
Okay, Frank, you're not shoving that anywhere, are you?
Not now.
Just say no. Just say no.
Well, here's the thing. I wasn't
That's for later.
that it was on you.
Anyway, though, do we have anyone have anything else to say about Netflix?
Get Hulu instead.
Yep, there you go.
It has King of the Hill, which has
Good thing.
quality propane education.
And propane accessories.
Like, if you're going to spend the money to watch shit, just buy the DVDs. Then you can watch it anytime, and
Yep.
it's always there.
Only
There's
video.
no
Oh shit! You
ads.
just blew my
There's no
mind.
ads. There's no ads. There's no lag. You just fucking have it. You pay for
But
it.
you gotta get
It's
up and
always
put
there.
the disc in and all that stuff.
Oh, boo hoo!
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, I felt like Frank was gonna say, "Man, I was in the rice paddies in the jungles of Vietnam. You think your life is hard?"
Listen, bitch. When I was growing up in a cave, knocking rocks together to power my computer, nobody complained about switching discs, okay? We just fucking did it, and we were grateful.
Okay, I'll buy the DVDs.
Good.
I'm gonna pay your roboting out.
Yeah, you are
Big
really
time.
badly roboting out. And he's
Beep,
gone.
boop, beep,
He's
beep,
gone.
boop, beep, beep, beep.
Anyway.
Boom.
Do we want to go to the bullshit
This
fan theories
propaganda,
now?
Why do you? Oh my god! Of the reality.
I thought there was that trailer that came out
Yep.
with
that's on
someone else
TikTok.
playing Harley Quinn because she's got a much bigger butt.
I thought you were gonna say mustache.
I've got the mustache.
And I'm just like, yeah, she did have a
Yeah.
big mustache.
Yeah, I'm a freak like you wouldn't
The
believe.
trailer, the trailer for Suicide Squad 2 dropped.
The music
means
video,
we get-
you mean?
Had a
Yeah,
real I mean, that looked like a fan made trailer to me. Maybe
it did.
So that's a real
means-
thing.
Yep. Which means we get to play our new game bullshit fan theories where we all try to theorize what the plot of this movie is going to be.
Mm-hmm. You want to go first?
I will go first.
Okay.
So, obviously, from what little this trailer, I got to give them credit. They didn't give away the plot in the trailer. They didn't really give anything, but it just looks like a little bit of backstory on the Joker, because we see him before he got all the tattoos and the gold fronts and everything else. So maybe this one's going to be like a prequel.
It has to be.
And we're going to see him back when he was first brought to Arkham and how he corrupted Harley and all that. Although we already saw bits of that in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Batman will show up again. Probably not. Because I don't think they've really found a replacement for Ben Affleck yet. Who last I heard was out.
Yeah, poor bastard.
Yeah.
That's funny. Now, talk about a train wreck. The whole DC universe or movie universe or whatever.
Yeah, it's funny. I almost feel bad for Ben Affleck.
Right?
Everybody, including myself, shit on the idea of him playing Batman because we were all still burnt from Daredevil. And yet, when we finally got Batman v Superman, he was the best part of that whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just fucking shit-canned him. Well, first they honey-dicked him with the idea of getting his own movie, and then they shit-canned him. And it's like, what the fuck are they doing? But we're getting a sequel to Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad.
Yep.
So I was like, what the hell? And we're getting Aquaman, which I guess looks okay. I've checked out. I didn't see Justice League. I had no interest in seeing that shit.
You ain't missing much.
Terrible, man. That DC shot the bed so badly, especially very early on with the, into the DCEU, that a movie like Justice League, even like not only you, I didn't go watch it. I didn't even bother with that. And I was waiting for that movie for years. Hell, I was waiting for Batman v Superman for years. Remember when they have you ever, anybody here saw I Am Legend?
Yeah,
I've seen that screen cap.
Yeah, that one Easter egg, and I remember seeing that. I'm like, yes, and I was prepared. What, I forgot what year I think it was like 2012, right? That they had on it or something like that.
Probably.
And I just remember waiting for that year to happen just so we could finally see that. Never happened. And when we finally got the movie, it looked nothing what I thought it would. Nothing drew me in. No excitement. Lex Luthor looked like a total bitch. Even more so than Kevin Spacey. Even though Kevin Spacey did what I think was a decent enough job, all things considered. The rest of the movie just sucked ass. But God, I did not want to watch Batman v Superman. It sounded like a total train wreck. And then Justice League just looked like ass. So I was like, I'm not even going to bother. I don't care if they tell me it is any good. I'm just not going to watch it. And the result of that, I haven't even bothered to check out Wonder Woman. And I've heard that's actually the best of the worst. Well,
yeah, I actually like that one.
Yeah. And
it was okay.
And again, it's just how badly they shot the bed that now they finally put Aquaman out, which I thought just on theory alone was gonna suck, but looking at the actual trailers, looked like they actually tried for once. And then there's the real Captain Marvel movie coming out, where that looks interesting too. Like they actually look like they look like they actually put effort into those trailers for those movies. And now Suicide Squad 2's trailer dropped. I was looking at the whole time thinking to myself, one of two things. One, they really focus in on Harley Quinn's ass a lot. And two, did her ass get bigger from the last movie? Because I remember.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's a different actress. When it comes around to the front, it is not what's her name.
Yeah,
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie. That's why I'm thinking, oh, this is some fan-made bullshit.
I was like, damn, she actually.
Maybe she did some exercises.
She did some squats.
Yeah, she did some squats. That's what happened.
It's secretly, it's actually Gal, and she was working out to impress the lady.
About damn time.
Right.
Here's a
She's gonna impress the oldest incel ever.
Yeah, the oldest.
Okay, here's a thought. What if Warner Brothers and DC have actually been paying attention, and they're watching all the missteps that Marvel and Disney are making, and they're actually listening to the criticism that people have had about the previous movies, and they're trying to turn it around.
Maybe.
Which is why Justice League was better than people were dreading it to be. Which is why Aquaman is looking good. Which is why Suicide Squad 2, they're making, fucking Jared Leto, whatever the fuck his name is, making him look more like the proper Joker. They're gradually taking it back to what the fans want it to be as an answer to how much Marvel is going off the rails with their SJW bullshit. So we can actually start looking forward to better movies from DC as Marvel, drinks Disney's Kool-Aid.
I mean, that's a possibility. Considering right now all the moves that Marvel is making and basically how it's like a split down the middle type of scenario with all their movies. You either love it or hate it for everything that's coming up. Well, I know there are people that I know that saw Black Panther and told me outright they hated it. Not because they thought it was any SJW bullshit, but because they said they really didn't think anything of it. They thought, like, if anything, that movie tried too hard to impress, and they were like completely like, yeah, we've seen this before. At least DC, they shot the bed so badly so many times that now really there's no other place they can go, but there's no more, they can't hit the bottom anymore. They can only go up from here. So hopefully they are taking these lessons they learned to heart and doing better.
Okay, so let me give you my theory.
Okay.
Oh shit, sorry. So my theory is, I think what's it called? Frank was wrong. He said they didn't give away any plot. They did, I believe. The plot is the Suicide Squad needs to break Joker out of jail because they only have 24 hours to make the greatest music video of all time. Oh my god. And they have to save the center for the kids. So they have to raise money by making the best music video ever. There's your plot right there.
It's Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
There you go, see?
We have to save. They were saving something in that movie. I forget the name of the
something.
The youth center.
It was the youth
they
center.
Were trying to see, yep.
I like Beat Street. I saw the first break-in, and then I didn't see the second one. Beat Street was much better. Beat Street, the king of the beat.
Anyway, that's my theory. There's your plot.
Beat the street, or before the street beats you, or something like that.
All right, let's hear Lape.
Well, my whole theory is it's not a real trailer, and it's the fan-made BS, because it seemed like there were 3 different guys playing Joker. We had some Jared Leto looking dude, and there was some bigger guy, and then the Harley Quinn. It looked like Margot. It looked like some other chick, unless Margot's put on like 30 pounds. And so when I saw that, I was like, this is just some fan-made BS. But if it's real, it feels like a mix of flashback and flash forward, and I don't know. I just wanted to know where Will Smith was. But yeah, if that's a Suicide Squad 2, it does look more like a Harley Quinn Joker sex romp in the city. We're going out for drugs.
My theory was pretty much in the same area.
Because we're the bad guys.
Okay, well, here's the thing about that. It can't be fake fan, because you could clearly see Jared Leto as a Joker, and you could clearly see him without all the tattoos and piercings and everything else. Which means that part at least was legit, and it was not from the original movie. So it's got to be for the sequel.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like.
I know what it looks like, but I'm
looks
pretty
like
sure
shit.
Well, didn't Leto, whatever, didn't he say that there was enough stuff cut out of the first Suicide Squad to make a Joker movie?
Yes, but he was only ever done up with all the tattoos and shit for the first movie.
I know, but
then
he's
full of shit.
They shot that much extra stuff, is what I'm saying.
Maybe.
All right,
I don't know.
So Here is what I think. This is the bullshit theory I have. I put everything together because I can't come up with a theory of my own. So I'm trying to take a little bit from all of you guys. I'm gonna basically do the Disney Marvel here. Take something that has already been established by others and try to make it my own and present it as my own. So what I really truly think is gonna happen in this movie is that somehow a fake looking but still real Jared Leto somehow magically bleached his skin to have none of the tattoos that he had, to make us think that the events of this movie are happening in the future, but they're also happening in the past. And damn it, I know I'm missing something here. To make a music video with the rest of the Suicide Squad, and somehow I will have to agree with Leif. I am convinced that it's not Margot Robbie because that ass just looks way too big to be in those shorts.
Yep.
Also, there's gonna be Zack Snyder will shit the bed so badly he'll have like a sex scene between Batman and Joker because for some reason I don't know, like DC can't whore out the Joker any more than they already have.
Okay. You finished?
Yeah, that was basically it. I just wanted to repeat what all of you said.
Okay. Oh man. But but anyway, it could be fake. It does look fake though. I do agree with Late that it kind of does look fake because I kind of had that feeling too, but it is real because didn't it have like the logo at the end, or do you think they just put that in too?
Yeah, but it very quickly disappears.
Oh, well, there you go. It's probably fake.
For a handful of frames, and then it ends.
Oh,
I don't know.
It's fake, probably. We'll see.
Has anybody looked up on IMDb to see if there's something there?
Man, I don't trust IMDb. No. It's fake news.
IMDb is fake news.
There is a Suicide Squad too. Because here's why I say that I think it's a fan-made BS trailer. There was when the Captain Marvel trailer hit, and we had a discussion. We did this on the show, and then I found another trailer that had like 1 million views, and it was like. It was the actress, but from different movies, and there were things from video games because the planes kept changing. There were F-16s, and they were F-22s, and then they were F-38s.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Remember we talked about that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That's probably where it came. It could have came from there if it was fake. Right. Yeah.
So I got the same kind of vibe from that with that video. It's kind of like, yeah, there's going to be one, and the fans are kind of poking fun at it.
That's beautiful. And that's why you're the greatest incel ever.
There you go. Not the oldest, I'm the greatest.
Because you can pick up on this shit.
I am the greatest.
Okay, did anybody record that in chat? He admitted he is the greatest incel alive.
Yep.
Yes.
It's on the YouTube now.
So
Adam Shaw, super fan Adam Shawhan is in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
really? Yep. What are you doing here, man?
Oh yes.
All right. So
hello, superfan.
God damn it!
I'm sorry.
According to IMDb, last updated October 11th, there is very little information here. The plot is unknown at this point. There's no FAQs. We got a short list of the cast. Mm-hmm. Margot Robbie is in it as Harley Quinn. We got Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam. Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, rumored. Will Smith is back as Deadshot. Jared Leto back as Joker. Karen Fukuhara as Katana.
Katana.
Yep. I know. Whatever. Shut up.
Only Avatar.
Yes, I like Avatar. Fuck you. Okay.
I like Avatar too.
You know what? This is everything I'm seeing here is making me think that trailer was phony because half the cast listed is all, subtitled rumored.
Subtitle what?
So Harley Quinn, yeah, rumored, as in not confirmed. So Margot Robbie's.
We'll have to save it for some other time. But Karen looks like she could be a candidate for the Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah.
I want B. All right, that's what I put in the messenger. That's what I want to get.
Well, that's what you get.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe that trailer might have been phony after all. It was just something I found on Facebook. I thought it looked legit because it was just as disjointed and confusing as the first one.
Well, there's that.
Did you hear Bohemian Rhapsody?
Like watching ADD the movie.
Yeah. No, Grim Falcon, we are never going to have an Avatar live action series. People will riot in the streets.
I'm already got ready.
Wait a second. I know we gave Shyamalan a lot of shit for that, but he made up for it with Split. So he might have a
That
chance.
doesn't mean he's gonna make another live action Avatar.
No, no one will ever let that happen. That first movie tanked so bad.
Okay, here's $1 million question: which is worse, that movie or the entirety of Horror?
Horror.
I only ever saw half of the first episode, so I couldn't say. But Korra did not interest me at all.
We'll go with Horror.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have existed, just like the live action though. But that was worse.
All right. So, question for chat: which is worse, the live action or Horror? Actually, Grim Falcon.
Is David Applegate in there?
Yeah, we need David Applegate's opinion on this. Damn it, David, where the hell are you? I'm not saying I don't want these guys on the chat, but we miss you, buddy.
I haven't seen him.
Damn, he must have left the moment. He must have, if he came on the chat and then left, probably was during the time that Leip admitted he was the world's oldest incel.
Greatest.
Died of laughter, and he couldn't respond.
I am the greatest, not the oldest.
Oh man.
So,
and you're German too, so there's also that.
Let's play our game and wrap this up, man.
Alrighty then, we got to talk about Godzilla. That's the next thing.
Godzilla.
Yeah. Moving on to the second portion of bullshit fan theories is all the hype has been brewing for the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is the sequel to the highly underwhelming 2014 Godzilla produced by Legendary Pictures. America's second attempt at fucking up Godzilla, and they fucked it up royally. Only this time they're going to bring in more monsters. So this one's going to have him going up against Ghidorah and Mothra and Rodan.
They should have just called it Kick-Ass 3.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Why was Kick-Ass on there? I don't know. Or why didn't they at least follow Bryan Cranston's character?
I know. Why did they kill the best actor in the movie to follow Kick-Ass around?
Well, wait a minute. That Japanese dude was pretty good, all right? He wasn't the only one.
Okay, yeah. Ken Watanabe is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I love him. Ever since Letters from Iwo Jima.
Yeah, but that's the one of the biggest problems in the movie. Aside from the fact that the title character is almost never in it, all the best actors are completely wasted and underutilized.
Yeah. Man, wouldn't it be cool if Ken Watanabe's character and Bryan Cranston's character were like the main characters following Godzilla?
Yeah, and
that would have been awesome.
Godzilla, and you get to see Godzilla actually doing things before the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's actually an idea that I had joked about with my brother. Because one of the things is like we enjoyed that movie, but to be honest with you, the parts that we enjoyed were really the beginning and the end. So it's like the middle. If you cut it out, you have a good movie. That's pretty much it, right? So it has its flaws, but I don't think it was like an actual shit show. I just think it was one of those wasted opportunities, if anything.
Yeah, so, it wasn't Matthew Broderick Godzilla.
Oh no, that is.
Jeez.
Well, as a kid, I liked it because it was, Godzilla, and I liked anything Godzilla as a kid. So
yeah,
that was not Godzilla.
Yeah, but then again, I was a kid, so I didn't know better. Remember, parents, your kids are dumb. Make sure you properly educate them on proper entertainment.
But it had Ferris Bueller on it, man. That should have made it the greatest movie of all time.
No, I don't.
But it did work out.
Listen, it took them a very, very, very long ass time to do something right. And I'm trying to remember what that is, but it took them a while.
Mm-hmm.
They had half the cast of the fucking Simpsons in that movie. It still wasn't good. And John Rennell.
Yeah, right. I like him. He's actually the best part. I like him. I do enjoy him.
Talk about wasted talent.
Mm-hmm.
The running jokes about the bad American coffee. What the hell was that?
I was fine. Actually, I do enjoy the coffee. Me and my brother like to joke about that every once in a while. Like we'll look at each other and we'll say the whole line about the croissant and all that. We do enjoy that part.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
All right. I just lost the track because I could not remember any of those parts from anything. Anyway, so here's the idea that we had, right? And just work with me.
Okay.
So basically, to make better use of Bryan Cranston in general, his character and the actor in that movie, and then we're talking about Ken also in this. But what could have happened was that the Japanese had developed a ray to try to, okay, so there was Godzilla would have been the villain in the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is that they need something. They need to create a giant weapon to defeat him. So they can't make a weapon to defeat him. So they're gonna do the very next thing. They're gonna have a soldier, wearing armor and everything, fight him. But they created this ray to basically, and it's a one-time use ray. There's no going back. Whatever gets blasted with that ray will become a giant about the size of Godzilla, and it will be an even one-on-one fight. Because
Oh god. So Jet Jaguar.
Hold on.
Basically.
So basically, and the thing was that in a tribute to Ultraman, it was supposed to be this giant fighting robot type of thing. We're gonna get a kick-ass kaiju battle, but instead, through some sheer accident, Bryan Cranston's character has a Hal moment from Malcolm in the Middle and ends up getting hit with the ray instead. So now you have Bryan Cranston reprising his role as Hal, this time as a giant fighting Godzilla.
Oh boy, you're fired.
No.
No, you're fired. No, you're fired. No, you're fired.
You would think that, but considering his character of Malcolm in the Middle, could you imagine a giant-sized version of Hal suddenly fighting Godzilla, screaming the way that he does, and then going over the top trying to beat him? Remember the episode where he had to say, "Damn it, what was that guy's name? Craig, was it?"
Wait, which episode?
The fat guy that always wants to hit on his wife.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Craig, right?
The manager of the store. I can't remember his name, but yeah. So he fought him?
No. He didn't fight him. But remember, he had a monkey, a homicidal monkey one time.
Yeah, the monkey helper. Yeah, that was funny. That shit was funny.
Over the top that was, it's ridiculous how he's getting beat up by the monkey, tossing things at him, and then in the end he captures him in a bucket or something.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you what was over the top was when he was in a car chase with that bumblebee. And the bumblebee was trying to throw him off the road and shit, and he actually ran into it just to kill it. That was over the top. What the fuck? The bumblebee was running him off the road. Okay. Oh shit! I want to watch that episode now.
Okay, now so tell me how one of these doing something dumb over the top, overacting and overreacting, if he had to fight a giant-sized lizard about his size. Probably getting burned
instantly.
Right? He would just open his mouth and shoot his fire breath in him.
I mean, it could. Yes, the atomic breath is a problem, but we'll find a way to write it in. I don't know, maybe the ray makes him immune to the breath, so it's just
come on.
Right? Yeah, that's gonna work.
Listen,
fucking plot.
That's the answer.
Listen, I want to see him taking a giant house on a giant Godzilla. Okay. And the idea sounds like something I would pay good money to watch, good money.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, you're crazy.
I'm just saying.
We thought Brian was crazy.
And in the end, hold on. And in the end, Lois, the lady that plays Lois, comes out of nowhere, reprising her role as Lois, screaming at the two, yelling at them about them both destroying Tokyo and everything. They both look at each other. They both look at her, and Hal just stomps on her and calls it quits. And I rewrote the ending of Malcolm in the Middle. There
you go.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I have corrected an injustice. Malcolm in the Middle should have ended better.
Yeah, didn't it end when he was like a janitor or something?
It ended with such a like meh ending for me.
We have like 5 people watching?
Yeah.
Besides me?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's find out what's on chat. Yep, that's there.
Here we go. Adam Shohan, Grim Falcon.
Darth Tico left a while ago.
Frank and the Shawhan Wiener Dog clan.
Darth
Tico had to leave. And we had welcome to my Madhouse Joker here. I think did a hit and run. I'm not sure.
Okay, so chat, what do you think of my idea of Hal versus Godzilla?
Godzilla.
Oh, God.
I think you're fired again.
You're fired.
Listen, Godzilla can be quite comedic at times if done right.
No, back in the 60s and 70s, maybe.
There you go.
No.
I'm just waiting for validation from chat. I'm pretty sure one of them.
Someone's gonna answer.
Someone's gonna answer.
Unless he's yep.
No, that was better than the last
Jedi.
Yep.
That wasn't hard.
That's a little fruit to reach.
All right, I will get working on that idea.
Ask the chat. Are they freaked out by my icon?
With the icon.
The cat with the crazy eyes.
The cat with the crazy eyes. He wants to know.
You go, TapAndDie keep talking so it stays there, and everybody else be quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. But seriously, does that freak you out? Does that just tear into your very soul and make you wish, damn, I wish I wasn't a virgin anymore? I didn't know what to say.
No, because we are 18 wiener dogs.
All them dogs.
Wiener dogs will attack. Speaking of wiener dogs, have you anyone remember that? It was a ketchup commercial, wasn't it? But it had the wiener dogs and the buns in the buns.
Oh, the Sabaton music.
Get out running across the field to their owners.
Yep. The Heinz ketchup and the Heinz mustard.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll send it again in the chat so everyone can see it. That one.
Upstairs.
Unscripted is always fun. Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you're over the age of 12 and you still put ketchup on a hot dog in your mail, yeah, I'm sorry.
Look, man, there's only 2 types of people that put ketchup on the hot dogs: mental patients and Texans.
Is there a difference?
I'm not a Texan, but I have been to a mental institution at least once in my life. So,
were you a patient, or were you just visiting?
Well, you see, there's a funny story about that, and look at the time.
Yeah, let's talk about Godzilla. What we were talking about.
Yeah. So, Leip,
I know Godzilla if it was a Spanish word. Godzilla.
Well, actually,
Godzilla.
No, it's
Godzilla.
How do you say God in Spanish?
No, but the G is an H, right? And then the double L's is a Y. So Godzilla. Godzilla.
Wait, so Godzilla, if I literally translate God...
Don't translate it. Just say it as if it was a Spanish word.
Oh, God.
No, but I'm saying, if you literally translated Godzilla, like God in Spanish is Dios. So
Diosilla.
Exactly.
Dios-zia. No, Dios-zia. There you go. Dios-zia.
I'm not even pronouncing it right. You did it. Yeah, you're right.
There you go. See, I knew something good would come out of that.
God, that would be in such an interesting way to sell that movie to a bunch of Spanish people. Dios
Has anyone actually tried catsup on this show?
I don't even know what that is.
I know. I've heard of it, but I've never had it.
It's the non-trademark way. Yeah, ketchup's one of those weird words in English. There's like 9 spellings because they're all trademarked.
Freaks. Fucking Germans.
The geeks don't want no freaks.
You don't want the other way around. Germans in your Volkswagens and Autobahns.
Der Volkswagen fährt auf den Autobahn nicht so schnell. Das Auto geht sehr langsam.
How do you say sexy time in German?
I don't know.
There we go.
Well, TapAndDie, I don't think the word itself exists in German, but there are a group of people that know how to say "sexy time" before they give that sexy time to a bunch of German women. If you know what I'm saying.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Let's just say
he was talking to me.
Okay, well that'd be why.
There you go.
The people of Cologne know what that translation of sexy time is.
Oh my god! Really? You bring up Cologne? Really? You ass.
That's a French spelling.
Isn't it?
The way we spell Cologne is French. It's not
I'm
German.
asking. That's why I'm asking.
Köln is how you say it.
There was a question mark behind that word.
God, I feel terrible saying that.
You should. Talking about Cologne.
Cologne.
It's only Brian's supposed to be the deviant here.
No. He is not a.
Look, he invented hentai, so yeah.
No, I'm saying there are times I have wondered about Labe.
Only times?
I'm just saying.
I got to try harder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, Labe, there are some moments where I have questions about you that I don't know if I want the answers to or not.
Well, you know what? We could always just take a trip to, where is it ever Brian lives? Cincinnati.
I live 20 minutes from Jeff, if that.
Yeah, that's what we do. We're going to all fly down to, to Brian's house. We're going to all spend the night. We're going to surprise his kids. We'll be like, hey, we're the guys on the show. That's the weird one, LMP.
Yeah, Kellogg's.
It's
weird friends.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
And we're just going to be like talking shit, saying all kinds of racist stuff and, everything in the book. So they think they were just horrible people.
Yeah.
And then we do some Bible studying afterwards.
Well, this is what we do is we do a thing, and then we'll go to Dunkin' Donuts. And when Jeff's doing Good Morning Pop Culture and he's just gotten, he's waiting for that 200th viewer so he can start the show, we'll knock on his door and crash the party.
Yep.
Because I know where he lives.
Wait a second. We're finally going to reenact Stealing Hicks?
Yep.
We're not going to steal him. He could pick all four of us up and
look.
put him in his back pocket.
I know he's big and all, but I can try to figure out a way to take him down without us actually getting hurt. Maybe LMP will get a little hurt, but I'm not getting hurt. I got ranged weapons.
Well, I'm not as tall as he is, but no, I don't have the mass. So.
Don't you know some techniques or some secret medicines that you'd learn from your time in the Ming Dynasty or something like that to take down bigger opponents?
We could just get a beanbag gun, shoot a beanbag at him. Get one of those grenade launchers and put the beanbag in there and shoot him. There we go. That's how we take him down.
No.
There's no way to take down.
Kicking the hacky sack. Why am I even here?
We'll figure it out.
We have said dumb shit for the last 30 minutes, chat. Feel free to comment.
Yeah.
Should we still Hicks?
Yes, I am Channel Dad. Huh? Oh. Stealing Hicks. Yeah. Well, that's when I went. I streamed at his birthday party for 2 minutes, but no one watched.
Well,
I even called it Stealing Hicks.
I know you did.
First of all, the only person that ever watched your live streams, and I'm talking about the live streams from your channel, is me.
Me.
And you never respond to anything I say.
Wait, no, I'm the one who watches them.
When I did some live streams at Horror Hound in Indy and stayed on longer, I had several people watching. But on my phone, it's hard to see where I'm going, talk, and then the chats go zipping by.
No. There was that one time you was wearing some headphones or a headset or some type of weird head thing or headdress. I don't know. You're old enough to probably own.
Well, I did a live stream. I did a thing from my basement, and then also when I hit 600 subscribers.
When you were drunk.
Yeah. But Adam Shawhan has been quite active in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to be, as far as I know, I'll be at the Horror Hound in Cincy with the rest of the guys. And Jeff's got a pretty good sized booth this time. We don't have that small table that we did in Indianapolis. So,
cool.
And I am not going to be taking too many pictures and get yelled at every time.
Right.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Because you're a white male.
That's right.
I wonder,
I'm tall,
if Dion's there, give Dion the camera and let him take pictures, see if he gets yelled at. Do a little experiment.
You're taller than most of the people, and you're easy to see, and you hold a camera up to your eye. You can't do that. Whatever. Especially what was really annoying.
Get a fucking job. Get a real job.
The third day, what's his name? The guy that played Jason in some of the movies. He still had a long line. It's like most of the people left, and he still got 30 people in line. And you couldn't see him. All I wanted to show was his line, and I got yelled at. So every day I got yelled at. But I never got. I immediately honored whatever it was they asked for, so they didn't say, "Sir, you're gonna have to leave."
Should just said, "Suck my dick, bitch."
Oh, but what's her name from? What is that? She was in not another teen movie, and
no, she was in Free Willy. She
well.
was. She was in Free Willy. The chick you're talking about?
Serena Vincent?
Wasn't it the tank girl or whatever?
No. Oh no, not yeah. She was there.
Lori
no,
Petty.
No. Lori Petty.
Yeah, that was her.
Yeah, she was there, and she looked ill. But no, Serena Vincent.
She always looked ill. What are you talking about?
She is still gorgeous. She's very, very short.
Who are we talking about?
Serena Vincent.
Oh, okay.
She's
sorry,
like naked in the entire movie.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm just saying I wasn't sure who we were talking about. I was just trying to clarify.
No, I accidentally. Well, I may have gotten a picture of Lori Petty. I was scanning the crowd, and all of a sudden I saw, and I had taken some pictures, and I wasn't taking anything, and I saw her go around the table. Well, I didn't see her go around the table. All of a sudden, I see her holding her cell phone up, doing a selfie with some people that were paying, and I stopped. I immediately stopped, wait for her to get out of frame, and then I took some more pictures in the crowd. And then I had somebody ask me about it, and I said, "Yeah," I said, "I am only taking pictures in the crowd. I'm trying to do my best not to get any celebrities." So,
yeah, because they're just so important.
But I was standing on a chair at that point, and that was a mistake. Well, I was trying to get over stuff. I wanted to get.
I thought you were really tall, though. Why didn't you stand on a chair?
Because I needed to be taller. I needed to be.
I guess take some Viagra.
9.5 feet in the air, not just 6.5 feet in the air. So, but
Okay.
no, but it was a good time. And you know, Adam Shawhan came by, and I forget, was that mostly Saturday, and he talked to Jeff a long time. There were a couple other people that came by. So you know, if you're going to be in and around Cincinnati for Horror Hound in March, I think, check it out, because we're in April is when we're all going to Chicago.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that. I ain't got money to be going out to Chicago and get shot.
Yeah.
I mean, if all the places they pick a place where people are getting shot constantly these days. I hope, you know, Disney is hiring like a really good security company with guns. They actually use guns. Could get some South African mercenaries.
We believe in guns. We believe in happy hugs.
Yeah, Star Wars Celebration is April 11th through 15th, and yeah, and apparently Joel is coming in town.
Who?
And Horror Hound is March 15th to 17th in Cincinnati. Joel Hastings, a former member of the WCBS show.
Joel.
I'm finally going to meet him. He's
the world's greatest Navy SEAL.
Yeah, so he's flying into here. And then I believe Nick is driving up as before. This is what we did for Indy. And then we're piling into my wife's Santa Fe and driving to Chicago. So
isn't it named after a plant?
What?
The Chicago. Isn't that a plant?
I don't know. A plant as in a flower, or a plant as in
a flower
factory?
Flower.
I don't know.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. Forget what this is.
Okay.
Anyway, so are we try to go back to Godzilla?
I don't know. Are you guys
Frank
done?
has an aneurysm.
I don't have anything to say.
You guys go ahead and have your fun.
Because remember earlier he was sending us ears about him leaving ears or something like that.
Well, you were actually correct.
What?
TapAndDie. The word Chicago is derived from a French rendering of the indigenous Miami, Illinois word Chicagua for a wild relative of the onion, known to botanists as Alum trichocum, and now known more commonly as ramps. Never heard of ramps. The first known reference to the site of the current city of Chicago as Chicagua was Robert de Saval around 1679 in a memoir. Robert de La Salle. I can't even read. This is what it's like when I do my article reads too, and I just mispronounce crap constantly. But people like those videos.
Yeah.
Although I still, when I can put the same video on BitChute, and I'll get like 50 views, and on YouTube I'll get 3.
It's that algorithm, man.
It's the algorithm. It says white boy who does beer reviews. Put him at the bottom of every list.
Yep. Poor bastard. You poor bastard.
Yeah, I am a poor bastard.
Mhm.
But that's kind of derogatory to my mother, so I don't know if I will.
You had a mother?
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Shit.
All right. Did we cover all our topics, or do we finish
think
off
we-
Godzilla Roundtable or not?
We didn't have a round table. We just went off and talking about
What the
cons
fuck we
and shit.
talked about?
You said nothing important for 3 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, Frank's about to fall asleep. It's been 2 hours and
Already.
35 minutes. So,
Can
all
we
right.
do the round table then? Just talk about Godzilla?
Go ahead.
What we liked and all that stuff? Is that what the plan?
I haven't seen a Godzilla movie in 30 years, so I don't really have anything to add.
Of course you don't.
Wait a second, you haven't seen a Godzilla movie in 30 years?
Yeah.
Were you
Freaking
there when
incel.
it actually happened?
What?
Were you there when the fights actually happened?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I saw Godzilla and Mothra live.
No, he was in the
Yep.
suit. He was the guy who was playing Godzilla.
It was based on a documentary of an actual event. Again, an event that a late witness.
I tell you, man, Leaf was everywhere.
I'm pretty sure he was. Like he seems to have extensive knowledge about things that we don't like even know existed.
Oh, I
Anyway.
could talk for hours on things you didn't know existed.
Yeah.
We know.
You did it already.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it live and drunk. Talking about
Yes.
deterministic state machines.
Yeah, and
Here we go with the
oil.
machines again, and how they're gonna rise up and take over
Yeah,
and nuke us all.
I don't even.
Well,
Oh,
that is
that was
true.
that was the idea of that was physics. Yeah, that was theoretical physics and state machines.
And that was the first time Brian got chlamydia.
You know what's goofy is I have those insights only when I'm in that state.
Oh shit!
What?
No, that's what you said.
Yeah, that was
Well, who
rather
said?
rude. That was rather rude.
Chlamydia.
Oh,
Right.
whatever.
Okay. So you guys let me know if you want to do if you want to do the roundtable with amongst the three of you, or we're going to call it quits before we hit 3 hours
Fine,
before
as
Frank falls
theories
asleep.
What,
And
Frank?
then
You were
can talk
breaking up.
over me some more. No, I'm not talking. You just keep talking over me.
I just kept playing Mega Man.
Yeah, because you're a fart knocker. No.
No, you were roboting out. That's why I was trying to.
Am I really? Because
When I was hearing it, I mean, you sound good now.
okay, yeah, but we still need mine and Leip's theories on Godzilla, and then I guess we can wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Leip, you want to go?
I don't. What's the theory supposed to be about?
What you think the new Godzilla movie, like the plot's going to be?
Oh, in the MonsterVerse.
Yeah, King of the Monsters, the newest one.
Is it just Godzilla? We don't know who else is
It's
in.
Godzilla versus Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan.
Oh,
Like all the Godzilla groups on Facebook are getting their boners ready because the new trailer is going to drop soon, or has already.
they were getting. What does Nick say? They're getting something
They're getting
hard.
honey dicked.
They're getting their
something hard.
boners.
No,
Oh
something
yeah,
hard
sex
and
crazy
retard.
and retard strong.
Yeah, sex crazy and retard strong. What I think is they're gonna be fighting one another. Godzilla's gonna show up, and they're gonna sort of band together, but they're gonna make the classic bad guy mistake and only attack them one at a time, as opposed to all at once.
So they're gonna repeat history for you.
Well, history is just on a mimeograph machine, and it goes round and round and round, and it always repeats.
Yeah, did you read the Dark Tower?
I'm pretty sure this is the same thing you told them like 30 years ago, and they didn't listen to you.
And you know, but it, you know, anyway.
You know what?
Huh?
Oh, it sounded like you cut off. That's why. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember some lyrics.
Of course you are.
Mamma mia, mamma mia.
Yeah, right.
No,
I trying to remember Bohemian Rhapsody.
It was only 20 years. Yeah, it was 20 years ago. Sgt. Pepper Band to Band the Play. I was trying to bring up the Beatles
man.
yet
I
again.
still want to watch that movie.
The Beatles.
Why? It's just gonna be about a gay guy.
There's
They make great music.
There are like 100 movies of those that don't exist or something about a gay guy.
What? You have a short walk to the gay talk, I tell you.
I didn't start talking about gays. Whoever it was earlier was talking about Captain America being straight, but his boyfriend's gay or some shit like that.
I said his boyfriend's gay. No,
But you know,
curious.
the funny thing is, the guy who plays Bucky is actually known to play gay roles, and he was actually glad that he wasn't gay for once.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. Like all those gay roles he's playing, he took it up the ass and everything. I'm pretty sure he's happy about that.
Yeah, he's probably like, but now they're trying to make Bucky gay, and he's probably like, oh, these bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, your shield is so big.
All right. Let's get back to Frank's Godzilla.
All right.
Sorry.
So, from what little I've gleaned about this, because I really have no interest, they're saying that human organization Monarch, which is what's been following Godzilla around, they're supposed to be teaming up with Godzilla. So, I guess Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan are going to show up and start, causing trouble around the planet. And like in the first movie, Godzilla is going to just come out of the ocean and start hunting them, and they're all going to gang up on him. So the humans going to help Godzilla to fight them all. And we're going to see very little actual action until the final end, and it's mostly going to be kick-ass, just running around being a boring douchebag, and nothing's going to happen. And Elizabeth Olsen's going to be in it as his wife, because
it's also his sister too.
Yep, Scarlet Witch. Yeah, that was fucking weird,
right?
Because in the comics, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are rumored to be romantically involved, despite being brother and sister. And then in this movie, they're playing husband and wife. So have fun with that.
Are they from West Virginia?
No, Romania, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
some Eastern former Soviet republic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in Avengers they were from Sokovia, which is not a real country at all.
I don't know, man. I thought Wakanda was real, so Sokovia could be real.
Oh no, Wakanda's very real. Those bastards reported me.
We're trying to get them into the Olympics, remember?
Jeez.
And we did, and we did their shit better for half the price. Fuck, man, they didn't even. We made vibranium look like shit. We fucking decked out all our vehicles with vibranium rims.
Yeah, vibranium beer hats.
Oh my god!
It was an amazing time to be a Mexican in Wakanda. And those bastards kicked us out. They say go to America. They want you there. That's where your people belong.
Damn.
Yeah, you mean your people.
That's exactly what I said, and they said no. We have a right to that, not you.
Yo, like it's the Black Panther, not the Brown Panther.
I told them I could be a better Black Panther than them, and you know what? They was mad I was right. I knew where the criminals hung up because I knew the criminals. Made their entire leader look inept. That's the true story about Black Panther. They just created that guy's what's his name? They probably just created Killmonger and the Claw guy just to make up for the fact that a Mexican made their king look bad. So they had to make up two characters and a false narrative.
Overcompensating.
Yeah. Got bested by a Mexican. They just can't admit it.
Dong Lover.
Anyway, I hate his ass.
Dong Lover and Gollum.
Wait, Dong Lover. You talking about? Wait, are we talking about what's his face?
Didn't he play Killmonger?
No, I thought it was Creed who played Killmonger.
It's Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
I mean, Apollo Creed. Excuse me.
Dong Lover is, the what's his name from Solo?
Yeah, Panda.
Freaking American, whatever. What the hell is that video he did that people are memeing now? Not supposed to meme. Something about this. Yeah.
Memeing it.
Yeah. Hey, I can't get over like look at his fucking gut. Like, man, he's doing a music video and I have to look at his gut all day the whole time.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's a Childish Gambino. That's what it's called.
Yeah, like he's got like a beer gutter going there or something like that. And
all I know is they set themselves up for it and they couldn't handle it. So, pussies.
Fucking Star Wars. We're back to Star Wars now. I'm thinking about Star Wars.
No, damn it, no.
All right.
Okay, I'm out.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars.
Okay.
No, we are not coming back to that.
Star Wars all of the time.
The live action, quote unquote, live action in quotations, Lion King movie.
Ugh.
You mean that CGI movie?
That's spelled Lying, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you can.
Like Brian, hey, I saw what you did there.
Yeah, well, that's what we called Bill Clinton back in the 90s.
Ooh,
oh snap!
The Lion King.
Freaking, it's Waco all over again.
Waco and Waco.
Wow, that takes me back.
Okay, so which one of you was involved in that tragedy?
Brian,
I
of
might
course.
have been there. I'm not admitting to anything.
Brian was probably like screwing all the women, and then he got out of there just in time before the siege started.
I might have thrown the smoke bomb. I'm not admitting to anything.
I believe that actually did happen.
I might have been driving the tank that was there. Might have.
Well, I was in Mexico at the time, so
He was too busy crossing the border.
Yeah.
Hey,
Alright,
it goes back to racism again.
We got anything else?
no, other than Beyonce's in it, so I know it's gonna be an SGW fuckfest.
Of
Fuck
course.
it.
Isn't everything these days?
No, I just can't stand her.
We love you too, Kendo.
Is he on chat?
You just popped in.
Kendo
Douchebag. Hey,
Kendo woke slice.
Oh, that reminds me.
yeah,
We have another story to cover of a former Fan Caste.
We did?
I was trying to rip off his lame thing from yesterday, but I was too bored to pay attention.
Oh.
Wow, cool story, bro.
Yeah. That's when I came in and so I shaved my balls for this, and then I had other things to do. Well, if I said, hey, I shaved my legs for this, people think I'm weird.
It's too late on that part.
I agree.
Just tell them you're an Olympic swimmer.
That was dumb. That was so dumb. That was so dumb. Did you say?
I'm sorry.
That's a reference.
I don't drink that often. I'm not very good at it.
That's a Santa Claus reference, right?
If anything, you're really good at it.
Yeah, you drinking a White Russian right now?
Yeah, I finished it, but yeah.
So I was right.
Wow.
The old booze hound.
Yeah, I'm tired old man. Full of my one drink. I'm all sleepy now.
Yeah, starting to get sleepy too. Are we gonna wrap up soon?
Yeah, I thought.
I think we're just running out of shit to talk about.
We are. I think we ran out of shit to talk about an hour ago.
Like 2 hours ago. Okay. Anyway, finish this up, late.
All right, are we done?
I think we're done.
All right. And this is why we're a bunch of amateurs. Well, all right. It's been Friday night. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the Fan Cast, episode 59. Netflix surrenders to Disney. And so tonight, because I sometimes forget, our Hall of Fame inductee tonight is Mikie Hara, who is a Japanese model. I guess that's how you say her name, Mikie. What's interesting is when I put into Google Translate Mikie Hara, I actually get the same Japanese characters that Wikipedia shows as her name in Japanese. Very interesting. Isn't that
Is
weird?
she a real model or an Instagram model?
I don't know. I don't even know if she's a model. She's
It's
just
Japan. I'm
gorgeous.
pretty sure she pays her taxes.
Yep, that's all.
She has the goods, as it were. She would even be probably recognized by Kendo and his BBC because she does have a BBC. So congratulations, everybody! Congratulate her next time you see her on the streets, or buy her a cup of coffee. Yay,
And give her the link to the fan cast.
Give her the link to the fan cast.
I just promised an American not to invade her country.
Yes, and while you guys were talking and I wasn't paying attention, I actually was communicating back and forth with Stephanie on Twitter, and so I'm gonna try and get her back on the show again sometime. So she has some availability, so I'll work out the details.
Oh, so she actually
Cool beans.
This dumb show.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a male in the thumbnail, as it were. So I will be updating the thumbnail as soon as it's all said and done with Google. Yeah, Google, because YouTube has to then process the show and then it makes it go live and I can change things. So all right. So take us on out, TapAndDie.
You know what? I hope Kellogg does pay her taxes though.
Yeah.
Labour's gonna kill us.
Yeah. And Reality's Frank.
I like boobies.
Yeah.
And we did hear from Eric today, first time in a while. So maybe someday he'll be back on. And the late one, Liquid Metal Pro, say your silliness.
Well, help control the SJW population, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to have your feminist spayed or neutered.
Yeah.
Amen.
Wham-man.
Wham-man. And we thank everybody that was joining us. Superfan Adam Shawhan and Frank and the Shawhan Wiener Dog Clan. Oh, I get that. Is there a relationship there? And Kendo came by, and earlier we had Darth Taco, who also Darth Tico, not Taco, one of our most recent subscribers. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
I would like to Tico her taco.
I want to stick my beef in her taco.
Put my hot dog in her taco.
We should end on that.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Peace out.
Peace.
Jackass.